eliminated from Gamers8, which kind of seems wild to say, you know, after just one night that either the Korean powerhouse, DWG, will no longer be playing in Gamers8, or the Brazilian horses with Team Liquid are not going to be here anymore. You know, like it already is quite crazy the fact that one of these teams will drop out, but of course it is just the nature of a double elimination bracket. You at least get 2 chances, and then after that, well, it's all up to the gods. Yeah. So it feels bad.
Looking at Skyscraper though now, and one thing that's very interesting that stands out, so for DAMWON Gaming, they actually are the only team that played at this stage of APAC North. They won 7-2 against Cyclops, and a lot of that was actually done on the attack, which the reason why I say that's surprising is that it's a very, very defender-sided map in most regions, and that's backed up as well in Brazil, 63% defensive win rate, which is even higher than Oregon, surprisingly enough. So wow. For APAC North, and well, for DAMWON Gaming, I guess, to win out so easily on the attack against Reject is quite surprising. Sorry, against Cyclops is quite surprising. So we'll see how they play out. I wonder if this is just going to be now a sort of combination of Villa and Oregon. 7-1 meets 7-1, and we go to 8-7. That's sort of the goal. I'd love to see it play out that way. It'd be very fitting that we have an even match for what's now obviously an even series at 1-1.
It'd be nice, but you know, we can't all live in the luxurious world of many round siege. These teams have got things to do, and they want to finish this as soon as possible, apparently. Doesn't make a difference which way it goes. I am really curious to see how Liquid do on their defense here. Last map, obviously, you know.
5 seconds left.
A little bit of the questionable finish, but at the very least we saw some moments that could definitely be taken into Skyscraper, and sometimes that last round is just enough motivation to, one, break the momentum of the team that are obviously out on top by a country mile, and then two, it gives you some hope leading into the next map that it wasn't a 7-0, which both teams were very, very close to dealing with. So where Liquid find these rounds and how quickly they're able to bounce back on Skyscraper, remembering it's only been like a 5-minute, 10-minute break since that last game. Yep. This is the test of a truly good team.
Well, I mean, this entire series, we're on the 3rd map. They've only been playing for an hour and 20 minutes, 2 maps, and now into the 3rd map. It's pretty quick. So it's been very fast-paced. I don't know, as you said, also a 10-minute break between the last map to this. It's hard to really go over too much. All you can really say is if you're Liquid, you've got to put that Oregon game out of your mind. If you're DAMWON Gaming here, you've obviously got to try and play off of that momentum, that platform that you just built, but don't rely too much on what was. You now need to obviously just worry about this map. That's why a lot of the top teams, they just take it 1 map at a time for these reasons alone. And already a little bit of a stalemate, early days, but still 5v5, just under a minute 40. DAMWON obviously using those drones, trying to get as much intel and information as possible. Liquid not moving an inch. They do not want to put a foot wrong. And on Skyscraper, you don't really have to be too aggressive. It's already a difficult map to really get in. And that sort of press up for Woogie Man, trying to push in and getting absolutely pressured by Ask here on the mute. The Nitro Cells didn't quite get the result that he was looking for. Shotgun may just do the trick. Runs even as far as outside. Coated. Oh, no! Massive solo play to start here on Skyscraper.
Oh, Coded. The top performer for DWG is so unfortunate, and Ask will find a 3K to kickstart Skyscraper. It may go from bad to worse here for DWG if they're not cautious, but with 50 seconds left, we've seen more than enough 2v4s slip away from teams just today alone, Xenox.
That's true. Well, Catsuck does find the kill onto Ask, so no heroic 4 or 5k. You say it's starting, 30 seconds, the round is almost ending. They're going to get moving, and Palu finds the kill onto Rin. Only Catsuck now to 1 versus 3, and standing in the middle of the hallway. No, not going to happen. Not starting at all. Team Liquid, they are the ones that start well on Skyscraper. Ask started it. Palu finished it.
Yeah, I feel like the Monty is a bit of a mispick from DWG. I mean, everyone bar, I guess probably Rin, and that's maybe flaming Rin a little bit, but everyone outside of Rin has been performing quite well individually. So to bring the Monty, I feel like you're just hindering a player without a rifle. And granted, there are times when Monties are fantastic. And Ask, look, you can't ask more of Ask. It's just not possible. He finds a kill behind the Monty shield and then kills Monty. There's a lot in that round that goes wrong for DWG. But they need to completely, as we've seen already, instead of series to series, they're going to have to round to round. Just completely dismiss what's happened there. And focus on what's up next.
Well, all I'm going to say is whoever's won the first round of the map of a series has gone on to win the entire map. And not only that, but obviously on Villa, first half, Rob, was 6-0 to Team Liquid. First half on Oregon, 6-0 to DAMWON, and then to start Skyscraper, 1-0 Liquid. You do the math, you add it all up, we'll see what happens. It's actually a bit of an important second round here, because if DAMWON Gaming do win this round, it does kind of break this defensive curse. Not curse, blessing, depending on which of your allegiances lie. But remembering, Skyscraper is very defender-sided, so we probably are expecting Liquid a 4-2 half. Like I said, obviously for Oregon, it should apply here as well. It really should. So Liquid should be getting off to a good start, winning the first couple of rounds. There's no world in which that they lose this 7-1, right? Like, they're not losing 7 rounds in a row to an attack of DAMWON Gaming on Skyscraper. So for those that maybe hang on to the 7-1 Liquid and want to, you know, bask in that gloriness, it's not going to happen. But Team Liquid still need to do a lot if they're going to win the map.
That's just it. You know, we can only set we can only set expectations, and the 4-2 pass mark for defense is well and truly as firm as we can make it. But you know, we had that for excuse me. We had that for a number of maps, especially in the first matchup, and it really, you know, Theme Park was anything but defender-sided when SSG played. Oh, careful there, Coded. You are the golden boy for DWG. Back away. It's not going to be contested at all here. And speaking of stalemates from last round, it does feel like once again DWG are kind of hitting somewhat of a brick wall in the mid portions of this round. But the brick wall apparently hits back.
Even gets a nice shot from Coded. Yeah, 0-2 start. And it could be a 0-2 start for DAMWON Gaming as well. And your star player has not really been able to fire a shot. It's saying a lot. It's a good sign for Team Liquid that they've got Coded in control. How does DAMWON Gaming respond though? Woogieman. Top restaurant stairs. Yes. Now over towards house stairs. So DAMWON at least have some kind of map presence, but Palu from top gets the kill. Now there was one back from Rin, but it's still Liquid that are definitely in the driver's seat here in this second round.
Woogieman really spearheading on the side here. Got to be so careful. This is where the fights can really start to turn, just like that. Katsang finds a double. But Ask with a very, very quick trade onto Woogieman makes this near impossible. At least Kit is in hand. He does not have to go and pick it up. But with the time left, Ask no more. Shotgun out in the face, and there you go. You can see Liquid firing up now, and this is exactly what they needed.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the dream start for Liquid here on Skyscraper, the fact that they're on the defense side as well really helps them sort of bounce back from that Oregon loss. Because I honestly feel like if they actually were starting on the attack, DAMWON Gaming would be you know, off to a good start as well and winning their defender rounds on Skyscraper. And that would put so much pressure on Liquid off the back of that loss on Oregon. So, look, really, really good start, really good signs. Can't stress this enough, though. Defender side of Skyscraper. And not only that, but DAMWON Gaming did get a decent look in that last round. They had a chance. It wasn't the cleanest of chances, but an opportunity was there for Catsank to maybe clutch up. Needed a little bit of help from Woogieman if they were going to find victory. But I still kind of have hope. I clutch onto some hope that this match will be even, that we will get a bit of back and forth. We've had our fun. I don't know if I want to see another 6-0 into a 7-1. Although in some ways, if we are to get a dominant one-sided game, it has to be a 7-1. Anything else, I don't want to see it.
Literally. Yeah, that would. I don't even want to see a 7-0. It's just
no,
a 7-1 or nothing. 7-1 or an 8-7. There's no two ways about it. So kickstarting Liquid just on a fantastic heater, and DWG need to respond at the moment. Both rounds have been 2 versus 4. And even though there's been, you know, like a glimpse in that 2 versus 4, it just has not been convincing whatsoever. And like you said, the dream start for Liquid, and it truly has been, winning everyone around the map. And then after that as well, like, you look at the utility on site and none of it's even deterred. Like, DWG are not even getting near the armor, let alone the skin. A little bit of contact though, and that would have been nice had someone have been maybe kind of droned ahead, because shotgun on the staircase, you are going to win that every day of the week on a long angle.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Skyscraper, right? It's a map that has a lot of choke points and not a lot of entry points as well. And then you add on, you know, operators like Azami, which can really...
Oh, no.
The kind of operator that can hit these areas. Nesk has just got big inside a pantry. But this is what I'm talking about. They're struggling to just enter the building, Rob, and they're pushing through the choke points. Now, as I say that, they find 2 kills back immediately. But that's what Skyscraper can sort of highlight. And that's where DAMWON Gaming is just sort of faltering right now. And Team Liquid, you know, to sort of praise them, are playing this really well, playing into these choke points, making it difficult for DAMWON to just honestly move around the map, even on site here in Bathroom for Coated. Yeah, you're on site, you've got obviously this diffuser in hand, but they know exactly where you're at, and they've already tagged you up.
Attackers activating diffuser.
2 versus 3 post-plan out, and I mean, they don't check Yas's position. He could really cut down this rotate. Resets goes really low, but it's from the vertical position again. Fantastically set up by Team Liquid. Hook, line, and sinker. And now Yas, oh my word, they both line up in half a second, but I just don't think he's in a position to clutch this up.
Oh, I don't know. Can he get there? If he times this perfectly, could just stop, reset. It's going to be so close. No, actually, it was not even that close at all.
Can't shoot through the wall.
As well. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, the walls are impenetrable.
That was a very, very long run. I actually thought, I mean, because I anticipated that if you're going to go for that run, you kind of think that you can get back there in time.
Yeah,
but
you're pretty prepped.
Not. He was not even remotely close in the end, so I'll take that one back. And yeah, 3-0 for Liquid. Look, I mean, this is what I was saying, is that obviously Kota gets in sight, gets the plant down, ends up dying to the vert that ended up shooting him in the foot in the first place prior to him even getting the plant down. They already knew he was there. So they knew he was on site, they had the vert, it just all came down to finding the angle. You get that kill, 3v1, pretty easy retake. So I don't think Liquid were ever really too concerned at the end of that round, even though DAMWON Gaming did get the plant down. And that's 3 rounds now, very quickly, in our final map of this series, that Liquid's off to a great start. Yep. And DAMWON Gaming struggling at the choke points, struggling at the entry points as well. They're just not getting these opening kills, which is so critical for an attacking team on Skyscraper to push through, enter the map, and enter the building and get through these choke points. It's a big, big task that they're failing at the moment, and Liquid's doing a great job of.
Yep. And honestly, Nesk for Liquid really has been like the entry player and the player opening up these rounds for Liquid from the first map to now. So it doesn't surprise me whatsoever that, you know, that round in particular, he kind of completely obliterates DWG on that opening engagement. and probably going to see a little bit more from him. Really enjoy how aggressive Ask is, by the way. Haven't seen a lot of players that have his prowess in the aggression that he does. It's almost like, to be honest, it's chaotic aggression, yet somehow it seems calculated. It sounds so... It sounds so broken, but it does feel like even when Ask is aggressive, he's not being blazing about it.
Well, he knows what he's doing, but what he's doing is wild. You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's a very good way of putting it.
And so far, unfortunately, this map of this series has not been very wild. It's been very one-sided again. Yeah, I'm not seeing enough here. I don't like the Montang. I'm personally not actually a big Montang fan myself, Rob. I haven't never really been in a position to rant about it, but I just, unless you're an absolute god Montang player, I just don't think it offers enough. In modern day Siege, I don't think it offers enough. And we'll see. Look, maybe Woogie's going to do something crazy here, but got absolutely bullied back the other way the last time he brought this out. Can he be the bully this time around?
Very well could be. Still can't believe Coded has gone down without a say in 3 rounds now. In comes the E1D, a lot of intel. Yas has been able to find a pick. Palu goes aggressive and Ask tries to as well. That could have been really dangerous. If Ask had turned the corner with the shotgun and found the kill, things could have really turned then. Oh, he's getting caught. Palu, do not fall here. If you go down, the rest of Liquid are forced with a pretty difficult hold, I'm not going to lie.
Well, this is one big strength of Montang, is shutting down a position like backstairs here. So Palu can't really push past it, the Montang, and has to now rotate away. So really sort of highlighting what this Montang can do. Not only that, but when you plant, the shield goes on the back as well. So it can be a very good safe plant option. Yas with the kill onto Nesk, and suddenly DAMWON Gaming might have just found the avenue forward to get an attacking round win. They have. They're on the board. It's not a 6-0 half. Hallelujah.
Yeah, it feels weird to say that. 7-1 still on the card, though. That's all I can say. Look, T in the very first round, we did not see anything from DWG purely because Ask went absolutely massive and found the double kill with a shotgun outside on balcony, and then went back down the staircase to shut down anyone coming from underneath. So that time we actually get to test the durability of the hold from Team Liquid, and again, I think Ask maybe overextends with the shotgun to try and find a kill when the Monty's in, but it's a decision that's being made. So far, we're still yet to really test site defense because there's not a lot there. It feels like Liquid are very much happy to play aggressive, play in the face of DWG, and it's won or lost off of the site. Where most of this gunplay is kind of taking place.
Well, Skyscraper, though, is a map where you're probably not going to see a whole lot of site defense, in fairness, because you really do utilize the whole map as the defending team. There's only so many entry points, and they're honestly not that far away from each other, so you can actually form some pretty good choke points. And you know, you look at like positions like drums, almost cuts off half the map. You have to push through there a lot of the time. So you have a lot of those kind of, you know, choke points that you have to deal with, and so because you can take those positions, you're not playing on site. Now, in saying that, Exhibition Office can lean into a bit more on-site play. As I say that, it's probably one of the sites that I think does offer more on-site play. T-Room Karaoke as well, in fairness, but a lot of times if you actually play you can't really play fully on site in T-Room Karaoke. You'll play drums, you'll play backstairs, you know, you'll play other positions. You might have 1-2 people lingering on site, but that's about it. Otherwise, you just get caught and pinched. So not a whole lot of on-site play, and yeah, Rin obviously sort of highlighting that with the Nomad, right? Those air jabs, so important. Backstairs, when there's going to be a lot of roamers on the defense here for Liquid. I do like the Nomad. And at times, we've even seen Gridlock on Skyscraper.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez. That's an operator's name I haven't heard in a while. Oh, Nesk. That's someone's name I have definitely heard a lot more than I think DWG would like. That is the second round so far that he has been on the, I guess on the giving end of the opening kill. But you know, from here on out, this is
poor Ring.
yeah. It doesn't get much better. I do feel like this defense in particular is so hard to crack, especially when you're going for this sweep. Unless you find the opening kill, it just goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, and this is also what I'm talking about. Like, look how long it has taken them to push into T-Room. I mean, it's not even the site.
Yeah.
So you're on the other side of the map, really, and you're already getting pressured by the defense. So they're not going to allow you to just freely push in towards site. They're going to put the pressure on early, and this is really good defense from Team Liquid. They're not really giving DAMWON Gaming much of an inch here at all. Coated, it's not the worst angle. Expecting maybe someone on Liquid to get a little bit antsy and push and swing. Katsang does find the kill onto Nesk, but time is a factor. And there's the run from Resets, and Coated, patience is a virtue. Finally gets that kill that he was looking for. Palu on site now, PSK as well, and Ask over in VIP. So 30 seconds left. Now we see some on-site defense come to fruition.
Well, this is really the side that you're going to see it, if any. Very hard at this point for DWG to make it through these choke points unless people like Palu step out into the open and give free picks. He's going to try and play behind bar. Headshot angle. 10 seconds left now. It's only dwindling for DWG. They're going to cut it down to the wire as per usual. Woogie Man still yet to find someone. Ask steps up and it is all shut down. DWG cannot find a way to crack this Liquid defense.
Well, that little bar rotate. I know Palu for a split second looked like it was really out in the open there in that hallway, but in the doorway. But it just put so much doubt into the minds of DAMWON. They just froze. They saw that bar rotate and they're like, okay, well now what do we do? How do we get him out of that position? We've got no utility. They used everything they had prior, just getting into T-Room, and they don't have the time to try and flush him out. So knowing that he's just sitting behind bar, doesn't have to peek, you can't even push into side at that point. It's almost worse like that they did have the intel of that rotate. So, and yeah, time was a factor too. But there was about 5 seconds left, and Katsang wasn't even close to sight with the diffuser. So concerning for DAMWON Gaming that round. So much time it took for them to just push through T, and in the end, didn't even really get to test that on-site defense of Liquid. As soon as they got to site, Liquid just ate them up for breakfast. And 4-1. Will it be a 5-1 half? Or can DAMWON Gaming salvage a second round? They have to, at minimum. They need to win this round. If they lose this round, they're probably out of the tournament.
Look, I think Nesk's play from Pantry is probably the only shining light from Team Liquid's defense on this round that they had in particular. Kind of unraveled everything that DWG were trying to achieve. So in this position here, I'd love to see what would happen if DWG don't lose those early 2 picks. If they don't falter on the opening kill in this round, I feel like Liquid may well struggle a little bit more. I could be completely wrong, but this side's probably, you know, the least favorable in terms of everything we've seen so far.
Oh, big opportunity. Coated has to hit a little bit more of that. It's not an easy shot. I don't think they were fully expecting Resets to just push out like that. And Coated also still had a bit of barricade in front of him, so kind of blocked a bit of vision as Nesk gets a kill onto Yas. It's advantage Liquid again. And on a map like Skyscraper, Rob, if the attack is down 4-5, it's so difficult. You're already struggling to push through so many choke points. Don't have the numbers to just throw bodies at it either now. This is a bit of a cheeky play from Coated. Resets, if he does swing, he dies.
Yeah, instantly. He saw the drone go past, so easily knows that there's information. PSK, though, could just sit there and support. Provided Resets doesn't get too aggressive, just like that. That's a shot you're going to hit. That is an opportunity that is absolutely squandered on land. You cannot let a player get away like that.
Well, it was a bit of a shoulder peek in fairness, right? So it was a quick little check from Resets. He was never swinging. He was never shooting there. He was just shoulder peeking, and those are very difficult because it's so quick, so rapid. You don't really get to see a whole lot of the player peeking either. That was just a really good shoulder check. Got the info onto Coated. At that point, then Coded's position is obviously no longer warranted to hold, and now there's a bit of a reposition for DAMWON Gaming. Still down a player, make that 2. Palu gets the kill onto Woogie Man, and yeah, falling by the seams now here. It's looking like 5-1 on the cards for Team Liquid.
Certainly is a demanding first half from Liquid, but they've still got to close this out. Banshee in the way of Coded. Rin just on the other side of the staircase, so could shut this down. Oh, what? I thought that maybe have been Coded, but Rin has just gone massive with a double kill. Make that nest stepping up yet again. PSK comes into the fold, and Coded has absolutely no hope. Would have to hit nothing but headshots to close this out, and it's not going to happen. Team Liquid 5-1 up in the first half.
Yeah, not quite 3-6-0s in a row, but I mean, as close as you can get.
May as well be.
May as well be. I mean, in fairness, the attacking round that DAMWON won on Team Room Karaoke was actually pretty good, and as much as they bagged out the Montang, it did have its effectiveness. So it was a well-earned attacking round win, but the other 5 rounds, Rob, I mean, just so defender-sided. The question is, can DAMWON Gaming replicate what we just had from Team Liquid? Otherwise, I can't believe it, but we're 2 rounds away from 5 7-1s in a row for Team Liquid. The fact that we're even in this position is just staggering. It'll never happen again. I honestly don't believe it'll ever happen again. If this ends up being 7-1, I don't think you could ever have a team play 5 maps in a row, all with the same result, all being stomps of 7-1. It just surely will never happen again.
You see it, but it is really hard to believe it. You know what I mean, Alex? It's one of those things.
No, honestly, I'm at the point now where I kind of believe it. We've had it 4 times in a row. You have to start believing that it can happen a bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's very much on the agenda here, and it really does depend on how Liquid can approach this attack. T Karaoke, this is a site that really I feel like defenders should have under lock and key, but Liquid are not going to go for the same approach that DWG had. They're going to go from that dragon sweep all the way across. They're going to ensure that they're doing their due diligence on this side of the map. There's 2 players roaming, so they're going to have to deal with this exhibition hold, but after that, they could well open this up completely.
And I love it. And I've seen a couple of teams in APAC South do something similar where on a map that there are issues with entering the building, just go to the other side of the map. It's not a large map when it comes to width. So it's obviously a vertical map, right? But go to the other side, enter safely, start to clear, start to push. And that's where I think a lot of teams have found success on just getting their foot in the door on Skyscraper. Whereas you look at DAMWON Gaming, who obviously could not achieve that. They were just trying to go to site too quickly, and every time they were just punished by Team Liquid. So I think Liquid getting the memo here. Skyscraper, difficult to enter. Let's go to the other side. Let's go from different entry points as well, and really try and stretch this defense of DAMWON Gaming.
Now the only issue is they've got 1:30 left to get the rest of this work done. And that sounds like a lot of time, but on a Tea Room Karaoke hold, it's definitely not favorable. I don't think they've got drum control either, nor do they have Dragon. So there's still a large amount of space that is completely held by DWG. And really, the test is going to come in about 20 seconds. When we hit phase 3 of this round, the big questions are going to be answered for Team Liquid.
I think they're doing a decent job, though, of really clearing out a lot of different positions and getting a lot of information from that. You know, sometimes you push through positions like pantry, you know, going into kitchen barbecue, and you think, oh, like, there's no one here. Well, that's still intel. That's still information that you've been able to gain. So that's something. But 50 seconds left, still 5 versus 5. Tea Room Karaoke. So many positions that DAMWON Gaming can sort of just hold, go prone, and have awkward spots where Team Liquid's not going to be able to clear. I'm sensing a 5-2 here. I don't think we're going to be getting a 5th 7-1 in a row. Barring a miracle. Well, on the rappel. Arse does get the opening kill. 30 seconds, but still Sawyer getting to deal with. Has to just run through it at this point and goes down. Nice shot from Coded. Up close with the shotgun. Resets into Maker. Trying to spray through. Yellow pink goes out. They lose numbers though. Nask and PSK cannot survive. And we cannot have another 7-1. It's not happening. And maybe for good reasons. DAMWON Gaming, they get a defensive round win. They are not bowing out of this tournament just yet.
You know what? Like, I was actually still backing in Liquid there. 4v4. No. They had control on They had control in Geisha, they had control out on the balcony, they had control also on the karaoke stairs. Like, I think there was a player coming in through drum. I don't know whether they ever ended up committing to that, but they were suffocating DWG on site. And I mean, if you don't know much about the karaoke essentially becomes a kill box, and T-Room can somewhat be the same. Yeah. So I genuinely thought there might be a world in which Liquid could explode and just take their ones with DWG, but that's also what they were banking on, I think, is those individual ones that were lost, especially over toward, I think it's the eastern side of karaoke. That may have turned the round completely. So whatever you want to make of it, too bad, so sad. DWG have a convincing round on the board, and that's a really good start to the second half for any South Korean fans.
Just a little update for those watching along in terms of the A stream. It was a pretty comfortable 7-2 victory for SSG on Clubhouse, and Wild win Oregon 7-4. They're one map away from winning the upper bracket final. No, what a fairy tale that may be happening there on the A stream there between SSG and Wild. Staggering. It would get them guaranteed top 4, Rob. Guaranteed top 4. Minimum 150k.
Oh, oh, that's just a bag and a half.
Tier 3 German team. I mean, that is ridiculous.
They're not even in the Challenger League. No. Yeah, they're not even in European Challenger League. They are currently competing in the open qualifiers throughout 2022 to make it into the Challenger League for 2023, and they are currently beating some of the biggest names that we have in Siege. Holy moly.
Well, keep an eye on that. And this is the interesting. We're 8 rounds into our third map. They haven't even started their third map yet either, and that one is also going to 3 maps. That's how quick it's been here. And not only that, but they had a 7-2, 7-4. So some of the fastest best of 3s that are going to the third map I've ever seen, but still. A minute and a half remaining in this 8th round. Now, I will say, we will have to start getting serious again very shortly, because DAMWON Gaming on the defensive skyscraper, if Liquid can't find an avenue to find successful attacking rounds, those defensive round wins will start to stack up for DAMWON Gaming. And this has all of the hallmarks of going to an OT. Nesk, though, with a big nade. Every moment from here for Team Liquid, every kill, every play, so vital. The sooner they can get to match point and close and finish off this series, the better for them. They cannot allow DAMWON Gaming to go on a bit of a run here on the defense.
Nesk has found the opening kill in 50% of the rounds in this matchup. This guy is giving Liquid the biggest hand up you could ever have. Literally just reaching down and pulling them up, giving them every little skerrick of an opportunity, and he finds the second as well. Nesk has been unbelievable for Team Liquid, and may well be able to find more, single-handedly putting all the nails around the coffin for DWG. It's now just about the hammer falling in the right position. It's pretty much done and dusted. We are going to map point for Team Liquid on the back of a 4K for Nesk.
Yeah, quad to send them to map match series point, and to potentially send DAMWON Gaming packing the first team to potentially be eliminated at Gamers8. The only saving grace for DAMWON here is they're not even...
I think for Team Liquid, they've got to be really happy with how this series has gone. Obviously, you didn't want to get 7-1 on your own map pick, but so be it. You know, you kind of dust that one off, especially when you're going to perform in this manner. When it counts, and when your backs are up against the wall, the only issue they're going to have is they're going to have to either rematch Wild, who 7-1 them on 2 different occasions, or they're going to have to go up against SSG, who are actually looking pretty damn decent in this tournament.
Yep, certainly so.
That's if they win, of course. Please, I'm not jumping the gun here.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Well, what can DAMWON Gaming do from here? Down 6-2, they need to win the next 4 rounds. They are on the defense.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
That actually does mean a lot, Rob, that they are actually on the defense. And the reason why I say that is this entire series has been entirely defender-sided, right? Like it really has been. We haven't really seen a whole lot from attacking teams. I think it's like 4 attacking round wins over the course of this entire series. Everything else defense. I mean, that is staggering.
Oof. Yeah. Oof.
I think that's like 4 from 24 rounds. I don't know what that percentage is.
You don't want to know what that percentage is either, do you? You don't want to know. It's insane to think, you know, like, if you'd told me at the start of last year this is where the meta would be at, I think I probably would have told you to kindly hop on, you know?
Well, it's interesting because I feel like in recent times, attackers have actually been more prevalent. I spoke to Bosco earlier, and obviously in that series, it was all about the attack. And he was saying the effects of attacker repick and the certain maps that obviously were played out, Chalet, Bang, for example, not a surprise. We've just had some pretty defender-sided maps in this particular series, and it's played out that way. So, not too surprised. But what that also does suggest is for DAMWON Gaming, they cannot put their heads in their hands. They can't give up. Defense has been winning out the majority of these rounds. You are on the defense of Skyscraper. It's not impossible to say that you can't win the next 4 rounds.
Yeah. Not by any means. And, you know, if any team's going to do it, you know it'll be DWG. So, Liquid do need to be cautious and not give up anything here. As I say that, Coded, who was definitely goated on Oregon, is nothing but bloated here in this map. That's saying down, Nesk once again finds the kill, and Ask has pretty much cut off the rotate downstairs. As you said, on site, 3 versus 3, the kit's going down.
Oh, a couple of kills though going the way of DAMWON Kia, and that's forced Ask off for the diffuser as well. Kit was going down, but no more. Rin, massive kill onto resets and starting to find some form as well in the last couple of rounds. Ask in a 1 versus 2 to send DAMWON Gaming packing from Gamers8, but he has not got a lot of health. They know where he is, and they've got vert control. I mean, he kind of has to push upstairs here. 30 seconds though. He just doesn't have the time to do it all. He doesn't win these. This is going to go 6-3.
Maybe. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does. If he can find this kill before 15 seconds and get back to side, he might be able to put pressure on. But with his HP being so low, it just does not seem doable. I think he thought he might be able to crouch up into the position, but it's not going to happen. And now it's just about dancing and prancing. Rin closing out that round. It looked all but too good to be true for Liquid, and that it was.
Well, obviously, that's not on Ask to win from that position at all. You know, so there's no disappointment there from an individual perspective. And honestly, I didn't think it was all, you know, horrible from Liquid either. Just much better from DAMWON Gaming. And again, you know, they're on the defensive Skyscrapers. You're expecting them to be able to bring this one back to win the next couple of rounds. It would be fitting that for a series that has had so much one-sidedness, for Liquid to go up and get a 6-2 lead and then succumb to a DAMWON Gaming comeback themselves, because it would sort of highlight again the one sort of first half and then the second half going DAMWON's way. So we'll see if that does play out. Still more Siege to be played here. DAMWON Gaming have what it takes to send this one to overtime and still maybe win this. And that would be utterly demoralizing for Team Liquid if that does play out in that fashion.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
It certainly would be. Jumping the gun
5
is
seconds left before insertion.
one of the hallmarks of a caster, that's for sure.
Attackers must locate and defuse the
we
bomb.
have to lay out all the possibilities at this point. Either way that this map goes, whether Liquid win from here or DWG win from here, it's going to be disappointing for one of these. You know, like, it's not either DWG bring this back and Liquid have their head in their hands, or DWG lose here and they just think about, like, the opportunities that they have had in front of them against SSG and now against Liquid. It just doesn't seem like they've done enough here, which is harsh when you consider how close the games were with SSG. But I think I probably came in expecting DWG to be one of the favorites, and maybe that's just APAC bias, I'll be completely honest.
Well, out of a lot of the teams really at this event, they've actually had the most consistent regional form, while also still performing internationally. So yeah, I don't think it would be that outrageous. Balcony, though, positioned for PSK. Half health, has to deal with the Soyagate. Bit of pressure, though, on Liquid if they lose this round. Coach with a big early kill from Shrine, and that means a lot, right? That gives DAMWON Gaming such a big advantage for the remainder of this round. Can they bring it back to 6-4? Looking likely, but don't count out Team Liquid. And yeah, things will start to heat up very quickly. If DAMWON Gaming win the next couple of rounds, it can happen very, very quickly.
Tossing EMP grenade!
We've seen it happen before, and we will see it happen again. They are currently in the driver's seat of this round, and Liquid haven't really been given a lot. See, this is what we saw last time from Team Liquid on this attack, but things really started to crumble. Things fell apart so quickly for them when it came down to the ones. This time trying to cut off the lines. They're not going to be able to do so just yet. They're still not being given any opportunities, and Katsang has found himself a pig. It's getting worse for Team Liquid.
And they lose Palu as well. Rin finding form. I think from 1-5 to 7-7. Flawless from DAMWON Gaming. And potentially alarm bells ringing for Team Liquid. They are not home yet. From 6-2 to 6-4. That match point pressure, that series point pressure, seemingly not affecting DAMWON Gaming. I'm sure there's probably many that looked at that scoreline and thought, that's it, Liquid.
Or the egg, but in this case, I do feel like there have been opportunities where, unfortunately, Liquid have squandered, even if it's a small lead, squandered opportunities to get in the face of DWG and force this game into a really uncomfortable position where maybe DWG have to clutch up massively. But this is the site right now that we should 100% be going to the final round on this map in regulation, because I don't think we've seen a defense lose this. So this is a great opportunity for DWG to put Liquid on the back heels heading into the last round of the map.
10 seconds to go.
Crazy to think that 2 rounds we could be heading to overtime. Exhibition Office
Attackers
on the cards here.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
Big opportunity.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
DAMWON Gaming to extend their lifeline here at Gamers8. Team Liquid would not want to be in the headlines for this kind of defeat. Up 6-2 for what has already been a rather dismal performance at this tournament. But you win this round, you win this map, and you give yourself another best of 3 to show what you've got on an international stage. And maybe they just look to go a little bit faster. Exothermic does get tricked. They'll have to go again. That EMP grenade will go out, and Husk should this time around be able to open up that wall.
Slowly and surely for Liquid. It's just swings and roundabouts, it feels, on this attack. For both of these teams, the attacks felt lost. And really, in the earlier portions, it is hard to get stuff done on Theme Park. But certainly, when you're facing down the barrel of such an important round, you want to make sure that everything is taken care of. You want to have so much caution with your approach. And that goes for DWG as well. We don't see them extended past drums or dragon. They are really covering the site and not looking to extend too far. They don't want to give any advantage, which is making life really difficult for Liquid when it comes to the opening kill department. When it comes to making an opportunity, it's just not there.
Well, that's because it's crunch time. 4-6. Series on the line, you don't want to be making mistakes. You're not going to be seeing the defense looking for spawn peaks, going for runouts, looking to go for aggressive positions. It's play your role, play your position. Close to sight. Resets though, now pushing through drums. And this is where Liquid cannot play for time much longer. Rin falls to Palu. It's been the Rin show in the last couple of rounds, but not this time. Nash with a big kill onto Koten. The clash not going to be effective
Bomb located
to try
by
and
attack.
save the day there. 40 seconds left, and it is Team Liquid
God.
that are just slicing and dicing their way onto site. Flawless in the end. No fairy tale finish for DAMWON Gaming. It's Team Liquid that take the series 2-1. They live to fight another day here at Gamers8.
And unfortunately for any DWG fans, that means you're going to have to wait.